Hi, hello, little friends. Today we are going to read a storybook, Maestro Stu Saves the Zoo. It's written by Denise, Brennan and illustrated by Tim Bowers. When Maestro Stu was a small child, his favorite place is a zoo. Let us read the book How He Saved the Zoo.
Since he was knee-high to a grasshopper, Stu had been visiting the nearby zoo. He visited so often, everyone at the zoo knew him by his name, even the animals. At night, when the zoo was closed, the animals made music. Living only a block away, Stu and Mama could hear them. Mama could tell their sounds by
Symphony.
Some nights the tune was soft and low, the others were upbeat and jazzy. She said that it was the music to her ears and swayed to the beat, while Stu played
Maestro. When Stu was tucked into bed, snug as a bug in a rug, he would fall asleep to the animal sounds and dream of the place he loved best. But time passed and Stu discovered that not everyone loved the animals as much as he and Mama did.
Mr. Cooper wanted to tear down the zoo so he could build a mall. And he had no use for the animals. They would have to go. But first he would have to convince the city to sell him the zoo. Mr. Cooper
went to every city meeting.
He rubbed elbows with fat cats in their ivory tower every chance he got. He patted their pockets, bought them
extravagant gifts,
and sent them expensive trips. Before long, city officials were willing to sell him the zoo, which is weird. A press conference was called to announce the sale of the zoo, and reporters came from everywhere to get the news firsthand. A mall, Mr. Cooper explained, will make the city better. When a reporter asked him about the animals, he brushed them off. They are not my concern. They are just animals. From their cages, the animals watched and listened in disbelief. Doom and gloom settled over the zoo like thick blanket of fog as the animals realized they were going to lose their home. Which is mean, and why would you? You're an animal. Lion took the bull by the horns. He sent out a
memo
to every creature in the zoo, announcing an emergency meeting in Among Us.
Attend a high priority meeting. No monkey business. Midnight on the dot. Lions Lane, half-mile south as the crew flies. Mum's the word.
A lion could write. Interesting. Late that night, while the security guard was taking a cat nap, the animals gathered to discuss the news. They were an uproar. Polar Bear was coming apart at the seams. Pull yourself together, Rhino said. Lion, take control. Calm down, everyone. The sloths yawned. Aren't we making a mountain out of molehill? Get your head out of the clouds, said Tiger. We're selling our home.
They're selling our home.
That man is going to get rid of us. Emu cried. We're goners. Giraffe went weak at the knees. Ram tried to get a grip on himself, and the gazelle, who wore her heart on her sleeve, sobbed, We have to do something. Stu couldn't keep quiet any longer and stepped out of the shadows. Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle, Abe said, and he laid his eyes on the boy. Stu, what are you doing here at this hour? Elephant asked. Stu held out the
Held up the memo.
memo.
I found this. I came to help.
Can you save our home? They asked him. No, but you can, he said. What can we do? Wildebeest said. We're just animals. Yeah, our hands are tied, said the penguins, shaking their heads. I have an idea, Stu said. I know what you can do. The animals wanted to hear more. We're all ears. They listened intently as Stu shared what they had seen and heard from them over the years and how Mama called it a
Symphony.
maybe their musical talents could help them save the zoo. A concert was planned and the details were worked out. The animals left the meeting dog-tired but bound with determined to save their home. Good job, brave, determined animals.
In the wee hours of the morning, the animals prepared for their debate. Peacocks fluffed their feathers, elephants took a bath, and tuxedo-clad penguins paced. With butterflies in their stomachs, the animals took their places.
The gates opened precisely 10 a.m. With Benton in hand, Stu conducted the elephants to raise their trunks and play the first note. Slowly but surely, the cues from Stu and other animals joined in. Skews and bloofs and gliggers and chirps, clucks, putters, grunts, twitters, croaks, snouts, claws, squawks, squawk, blocks, hoots, a lot of noises. All came together, a symphony of sounds. Their music filled the zoo and filtered into the heart of the city. Everywhere people stopped and listened. Reporters and cameras crews sure to capture the phenomenon. By the time the animals played the final note, you could have heard a pin drop until a single clap by a young maestro followed by another and another became thunder applause. That night the animals were on every news channel and their concert was replayed over and over to delights of all but one, the weird man. Tickets to the zoo started selling like hotcakes as people came from all over to hear this animal symphony. Day after day, the animals proudly showed off their musical talents for the visitors, and the zoo made national news.
The zoo was getting so much attention that city officials had a change of heart. A press conference was called to announce their decision not to sell it after all. The animals were thrilled that they had saved their home. In honor of Stu, they threw a party. Mr. Cooper was as mad as a wet hen and threw a fit. But what goes around comes around, and Mr. Cooper now has the job he deserves. He is the official pooper scooper. Whereas the zoo, all is well that ends well.
Thanks for watching today's video. If you watched till the end, you'll deserve a cookie.
Clap.
Okay, cookie claps. Get some cookies. You need to cookie clap with them. Oh, my cookies broke. Well, like more, share more, hear more.
Bye bye.
Bye.